Hello guys, so today we are working on this ECM Synchronika coffee machine with the E61 group, with the famous E61 group. So I'm having problems with pressure and water pressure by when the pumping is working, which is not stable and has been reduced. And I'm also having problems with water pressure during the warm-up. I explain it afterwards. So we are starting to take everything out. We need to take this part, and then we are unscrewing these two bolts here, but not totally, just unscrewing and leave it relaxed, and taking out the water tank and unscrewing totally these two screws carefully. When unscrewing this screw, this side panel is getting out. So you just move it like this. You take it out like in diagonal and upwards, the same as here. So I would just remove the machine to work with more space. And then once this is out, you don't need to unscrew these screws here, neither this one, because this complete part, this one and the back side, this back side is sliding backwards and upwards, and is in just one piece. I will show you afterwards that. So let's open the machine and start working. So unfortunately, I didn't shoot the part where I was taking the pump out of disconnecting pump, or taking out the pump from the electric motor, decoupling the pump and taking it out. So this is very easy when you are just releasing the bracket that is tightening the pump with the electric motor, and then the pump is just immediately getting out. You just disconnect the connections you have, the water connections you have, and then the pump is getting out. And once the pump is getting out, you have access to the screw, which is regulating the water pressure when the pump is working. So this is the pump, and this is the valve that regulates the pressure. I have already, and this is where the pump is mounted in the electric motor. That's the pressure sensor, and that is connected to the sensor exactly. And so you'll see there's a very thin hole, and we have just maintained this valve, cleaned it up, and cleaned also the internal of the pump. So as you can see here, this is the pump. This is a pure mechanical pump, and you see on the top, that's the screw. So you can disassemble this part where the screw is in, and inside you have two plastic parts, one spring and the screw itself. So, and I just assembled everything. I decalc and put it a bit of very thin oil, and mount it again, and then assembled and tested, and it is now working correctly, and I have adjusted to 9.5 bars. I like the 9.4, almost 9.4 bars on brewing the coffee. So now we are getting into the second point. So now this time we have an additional problem, which is when the machine starts boiling the water. So when the water starts, or works to boil the water for the coffee, not for the steam. We have an increase of the pressure that this sensor here is seeing from the boiler. So that should not happen. This valve there, which is a one-way valve, this is below, so behind that, should prevent the pressure coming from the boiler going into the pump, so into this pressure gauge. But and it should be releasing at 12 bars, but at the moment I'm having, so it goes up to 14, and we can see here, so this is the steam temperature, so I'm only at 82 degrees Celsius, 83, and I have already almost 14 bars, which is too much. It's really too much. It should not be. So it should stay there at 2 bars, which is the water pressure from the circuit. And so this is not okay. So I tried to clean up already with detergent, so with proper powder to do the anti-calc. I've done this now 3 times in a row, and this valve is still not working properly. So tomorrow I will disassemble the valves and clean them up in my ultrasound device and see if it's repairing. Otherwise I have to order a new one. So what I can see is when I'm reaching really then 93, 94 degrees, which is the temperature I set up for the coffee, then we see a slightly decrease because of pressure, because it's releasing the valve is the 12 bar valve safety is then just, then if I release a bit of pressure, then you will see that the pressure is immediately going down, but then increasing again. At this time not increasing because the temperature is already at 94 degrees. But this should not happen. The machine can handle, but it should not happen. It's just putting too much pressure on the pump, and just that is not good. Just stressing the materials, stressing the pump, and stressing also this one connection, this link, and that should not occur. Okay, so tomorrow I will clean up and I'll show you guys, and let's see if we can repair it or if I need to buy a new one. So guys, I continue to work on my coffee machine ECM Synchronika, so you know already. I have, let's say, do the maintenance on the pump, and she is now working correctly. So giving the pressure that it should give, everything fine. So, and then I noticed that when this boiler is heating up, I'm seeing the pressure, I told you already, is going up. So the pressure that is coming in one of these 2 lines is coming back to the pump, and the pressure sensor is then measuring. So it means I have around almost 14 bars here when reaching 93 degrees Celsius on the boiler, which is not okay. So it means one of this one-way valve, so to say, sorry for the German. So one-way valve is leaking. So what I'm doing before now ordering 2 new ones, I'm disassembling it. So taking these lines, disconnecting these lines, and disassemble now this electric valve, and
making sure, so putting on the ultrasound machine, cleaning and trying to clean it up, and then ensuring that it's only going in this way and not this way. So it was a bit of a rest taking this, and it's really hard. So I try to remove it before, so without removing everything, but it's not possible. So I just have to disassemble everything and working outside the machine, which is much better. Let's continue then. So now investigating very easy. So if you put a bit pressure here, so you see that it's letting go. So this is the one-way valve that is that is leaking. So it's not fully seated, so to say. So I have to dismantle this side. This side is okay. It's not passing anything. And this side is leaking. So it's not okay. So now I start dismantling. So now we have achieved to disassemble the first valve, and you can see here, this is how the valve is. So inside you have two parts, and so one, it's this one, which is here. Like inside it has it's like the word now in English. So a rubber, and you have a ball. The metal ball is inside, and you have then the spring with a washer, and the spring is pushing the ball downwards, which means all the pressure that's going on the direction, it would be pushing the ball against the other washer, and then closing the system. So when the pressure is coming from this side, it's pushing the ball outwards and letting water go through. And I noticed, so this is with caulk, and it's not working properly, and I have to do the same with this one.
So after cleaning up and calking, so taking out the calc and also all the dirt on the things, I have really cleaned up in the ultrasound machine, and also decalc with decalc liquid, and then put a bit of of grease, proper for industrial, for food industrial, so it has to comply with the food industrial requirements. And it's now, I just lay down everything, as you can see, and now we go to the assembly part and put everything all together. So now we have assembled the pump, and we are going now to address another difficulty, or let's say another problem with the water pressure that I've spoken already in the beginning of the video. And so I will just clarify you what is going on there.
So now what we want to see is the temperature, and that's by the way the steam temperature, and that's the water temperature, because the machine gives priority to the water for the coffee. So what we want to see is temperature going up, which is already going in the 57 degrees, and we don't see any added pressure on the water. So on the sensor here, which is in the water pump. So these two when one-way valves, they need to work, and it seems that is working, because before at 64 degrees 65 I would already have 6-7 bars. So I still be I'm still at 2 bars, which is the water pressure from the outlet, and I'm already at 70 degrees for the coffee circle, and this is really good. So it means that the valves now are correctly working, and now we should also see the relief valve also relieving pressure when reached 94 degrees, and I will have done some water here in the dip. So as you see, it's coming already some water. Exactly, and this is normal. It should be like this. So it's good. Let's see. 84 degrees, no pressure. It's fine. It's repaired, guys. It's really nice. Sometimes do the things ourselves, and saving not only is fun, if you like it, of course, but also saving a lot of money. So a repair like this would cost around 600 to 700 euros, because it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of time that the technician spends with it, and alone. And anyhow, a technician would not do what I've done, cleaning up the valves. He would just simply replace the valves. It's not that the cost of the valves are expensive, but the hand labor is expensive. So it depends. Maybe between 450 and 650 euros would be. So that's great. So I have already 94 degrees and no pressure. That's repaired. And when the steam boil reach the temperature, we will then see more relief there. So now working, it's fine. That's great. So that's the open pressure. If I close it here, it will be around 9 bars. So I settled for 9 bars. So guys, that's it. It's repaired, and I am really happy. So if you have any question, just put in the comments below. And so closing the machine is very easy. The press. So this part here is you don't need to take these screws. No, don't need that to take that screw out. You just have to release these 2 screws on the top, and then the complete part is just sliding backwards, and so it's really easy. And then comes only the side panels. It's really easy. So we are now with this closing this video for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next one.